Right, I'm gonna tell you about the time I went to a sex party. Right, I'm gonna tell you about the time I went to a sex party in Cannes, in France, in the French Riviera. This is one of my best stories, and it should have been on Tate's speech long ago. But I completely forgot about it, even though it's one of my best stories, and someone reminded me about it, so I'm gonna tell you the story the best I can. But there are certain elements I'm gonna have to miss out, because it involves personal information about the other characters who are in the story, and what's annoying about the parts I'm gonna miss out is that they genuinely add to the story and make it better as a whole, but it's not my information to share. So I'm gonna tell you the story the best I can, and if you enjoy the story, you have to sit and think that it should actually be twice as good. So I'm in Cannes, in the French Riviera. It's blazing hot. I remember thinking, this is France, why is it so hot? It felt like the fucking desert. It's like 38 degrees. It was crazy hot. I've been out drinking the night before. I woke up in the morning. I was there with Tristan and a good friend of mine. The good friend of mine, we're gonna give alias. I think a lot of people who know me well might know who it is, but if you don't know me that well, we're gonna give him an alias. We're gonna call him James. So I'm with James, and I wake up in the morning, and James is at breakfast with these two chicks. So I went to sleep, unsuccessful. He had two chicks with him. That's James. So we're sitting there, we're having breakfast. These two girls obviously want to leave. They have the walk of shame. They still got their dresses and their heels and everything. It's blazing hot. I keep saying that because maybe it was because I was dehydrated or maybe because I was hungover, but the heat was super bothering me. Super, super, super hot. France should never be that hot. It pissed me off. I'm angry at France for being that hot. So we're having breakfast and we're sitting there going, what should we do today? We said, you know, it's so hot, let's just go chill by the beach or let's chill by a pool or something. That's all right, cool. So we walk out and we go to get in this taxi. We've got beach clothes on. It's got like shorts and some vests on. So we get in this taxi and this dude turns to us, the taxi driver, and goes, hey man, what are you doing today? We're like, oh, take us to a beach or a pool or something. He goes, hey, I know an amazing pool party, a really good pool party. And we're like, oh, we just want to chill. He goes, no, you can chill. It's not crazy, you know, you can just chill there. We're like, okay, because we're not really in the mood to party. We just want to go sit and relax somewhere. He goes, I know this amazing pool party. I can get you in. And I thought, okay, this is weird. Why is a taxi driver trying to get me into a pool party? Then I thought maybe he gets some commission. This happens in places. They get commission or something, whatever. Then he goes to me, hey, are you on steroids? To me, I was like, no. He goes, are you sure? Yeah, I'm on steroids. Why? Okay, because you're not allowed in the party if you take steroids. I was like, that's weird. Okay, well, no, I'm not on steroids. I've never taken steroids in my life. I do get that a lot, though. People say, hey, you're on steroids. I'm a Jew. I hate steroids. Come on, please. Blessed. So, anyway, he confirmed I wasn't on steroids. He starts driving to this party. So he starts driving, and it's kind of like the Hollywood hills of France. He starts driving up these hills to these big, huge gated mansions. So we thought, okay, it's a pool party at a big mansion. We're like, all right, cool. So we're like, whose party is this? And as we started to drive, he started to slowly give more and more details. And he basically turned to us and goes, hey man, you know, this is France, you know, they like to party crazy in France. And we're like, okay, who's that? Anyway, as we get closer and closer to the destination, he starts to give more and more details until the point where we get basically outside the gate. And he goes, okay, so this is a nude party. And we're like, all right. Nude is not gay or anything, is it? He goes, no, it's couples. It's a man and a woman, couples only, or single women. No single men are allowed, except like 3 or 4. And I've chosen, and I know the owner, and I've told him about you two guys because you're in good shape, and you two guys can go as the single guys. So knowing what I know now, what basically happened is I got selected by a taxi driver to be one of the in the land of this swinger talk, bulls, like one of the big bad boy who fuck all the women. That's what I've been selected to do. But up until this point, even though they told me this, I was still quite ignorant to everything. I was still kind of a bit like, a few single guys, lots of single girls. Why would single girls go to a party naked? I don't know, French are weird. The French are weird. So I'm like, all right, cool. So let's go. So me and James, we get out of the car. We walk up, and they got fucking security all around this mansion. Security all over the place. We go up to the front. The taxi driver gets us in. He talks to the lady. The lady goes, no single men. Taxi driver comes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you two did it. Gives us a wristband. And then before you can go any further, you're supposed to get completely naked. But there were a few people in their underwear. So I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna go down to my underwear. I'm not walking around with my dick out. Fuck this. So I got down to my underwear, so did he. We walk into this party. And we were there at the very beginning of the party. This is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The party had not just started. The party had just, all the weirdos had just turned up and began to conversate. No one was fucking yet, but all the weirdos were there. And like, so I'm sitting there trying to get a lay of the land. So I walked in, there was a pool, and I thought, fuck it, to try to look as normal as possible. Let me kind of sit on the edge of the pool with my feet hanging in the pool, get a drink, and just chill. So I'm sitting in the pool with my feet in the pool. James is here. We've got a few vodka and lemonades. We're sitting there chilling. And I'm noticing the weirdos are starting to appear. They're starting to come in couples, mainly couples. They said single girls. There was maybe 3 or 4 single girls. Loads of couples. There was me and James, and then there was the other dude, which we're gonna get into in a minute, who'd been chosen as a bull. So we're sitting there, and as the couples would come in, like a man would walk in with his wife, and start introducing, I thought he was introducing himself to people, but no, he was introducing his wife to people. So they're all walking around introducing their wives to each other. It clocked. Okay, I see what's going on. And then in the corner, there was a door, and up the door to depravity, there was bedrooms. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe this won't be too weird, because a bunch of people are gonna meet by the pool, and they're gonna go upstairs and fuck. And I'll just sit here by the pool and have a few drinks, and then I'll leave. That's my goal. I thought it wouldn't get too bad, it wouldn't get too out of control. So I'm sitting there chilling. Now the problem with swingers and this sex party stuff, the problem with all of it is the same. It doesn't matter if you're in France or anywhere in the world. It's never beautiful people. I fuck beautiful women, genuinely beautiful women. And the problem is with all this swingers and stuff, it's never supermodels. Because if a girl is that sexually liberal, and she's genuinely hot, she's on a billionaire's boat. It's not a party that anyone would like end up in on accident or something. And they certainly wouldn't be banging random French dudes, even if it is a nice house. Like they're prostitutes for the highest possible level if they're that sexually liberal and they're actually hot. So the problem with all swinging and all examples of swinging I've ever seen is that they're just not hot. So, I mean, a couple of the girls were 7s, the dudes, bunch of girls who were like 5s and shit. It wasn't hot. It wasn't hot. I don't want you to think for any moment it was 1% arousing, because it was 0% arousing the whole time. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, and it dawned on me why I'm there, because everyone keeps looking at me. Just looking at me. Because I have no shirt on, obviously. My muscles are out and shit. For once in my life, I'm trying to not look big. I'm trying to just like, just chill a bit. Like, fucking leave me alone. So I'm sitting there. Anyway, girls kept coming over and guys kept coming over, introducing themselves to me. Like, oh, hello, what's your name? Hi. So I'm reluctantly talking to these, like being as polite as bare minimum, but saying as little as possible to these people. And James goes, there's no way we're gonna come to a sex party and not fuck something. And I said, bro, you can fuck what you want. I'm not fucking anything. There's no way, none of this is appealing to me. None of this is 1% appealing to me. I do not find this sexually attractive or arousing in any regard. I just want to get out of here in one piece. This is weird. This is some Hills Have Eyes shit. And he goes, no, I'm gonna fuck something. I was like, bro, you can fuck what you want. I ain't fucking anything. So we're sitting there. I've had like 4 or 5 drinks by now. And the more I drink, the less I want to fuck. I'm not getting drunk and going, yay. I'm getting drunk and thinking, nah. Anyway, so I'm sitting there chilling. Anyway, the third guy that must have been selected from the street, the third dude to fuck the women, walks in, and it's some big black dude from fucking fuck knows where, the deep dark Sahara, who's as dark as the night, about my size, black. And when he walks in, it goes into full depravity, because as you know, all these cucks and these weirdos like the idea of their wives getting fucked by black guys. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. So my little safe space, which was the pool and garden, now starts becoming an orgy, where this black dude starts running around fucking anything at random. And I'm saying this, I'm not being racist, because I'm half black, but all the brothers out here know I'm telling the truth. These motherfuckers don't care. Black dudes will fuck anything. They don't care. He came into the party, and where I was disgusted and upset by what I saw. To him, it was like a candy shop. The excitement in his eyes. He loved it. So this big black dude, now naked with his boner, is running around having sex with one girl for like 10 seconds, another girl for a minute. So to my little safe area is now starting to become an orgy. Fuck. Now I can't escape. Now there's sex everywhere. Sex noises. So you know, like you're trying to have you're by the pool, you're trying to have vodka and orange thing, and you can hear it behind you. Why? Why is this happening? Why am I here? James turns to me and goes, now we have to fuck something. I was like, oh man, I don't want to have sex with anything here. I don't want to have sex with anyone. Anyway, there was this one girl, the whole time I've been saying this in this whole story, who'd been eyeing me up. And she's the only girl who's actually kind of hot. I'd say she's a 7.5. And she didn't look French. She might be Polish or something, blonde. She was, you know what? She was hot when she was 19, but now she's 27. One of them. So this girl's been eyeing me up the whole time. I know what she wants, but I already made a conscious decision I'm not gonna fuck anything. But then I also made the decision, if everything goes wrong and I have to fuck someone, I'll fuck her. And what actually made her a choice for me is that when the black dude came and tried to stick his dick in her, she was like, no, no. And she wanted me, only me. Some loyalty amongst the sex party. And I find loyalty attractive in females. So I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there anyway. James was like, we have to fuck something, I'm like, no. And by now, and I want you to understand, it's a full-blown orgy. Everybody's either having sex or wanking, besides me and James. And we're sitting there trying to not look around us. It reeks of desperation. It felt like a zoo. Have you ever been in the zoo and the monkeys start having sex in the zoo? And it's kind of like a bit, not embarrassing because they're just monkeys, but you're kind of a bit like, and then we're all gonna fuck her in. And there's 8 dudes naked, all standing. Finished my like 10th drink. So I'm semi-drunk and I'm still completely unappealed on the thing. This girl, the Polish girl, comes up to me and she goes, I prefer privacy. And I said, yeah, me too. And she goes, do you want to go upstairs? And James goes to me, and I'm sitting there, and James was super jealous. He didn't say anything, but I could tell he was jealous because he wanted to fuck her. So that made it a little bit more appealing. And I was like, oh, you know what? This ain't really my thing. She goes, oh no, we'll just go upstairs and talk. You know, there's private rooms so we don't have to be around all this. And I was like, all right, okay, let's go. So I thought maybe she's normal like me. You know, she's the hottest one here. I'm the hottest one here. Hottest guy, hottest girl. Maybe this is all unappealing to her. Maybe this is all, you know, it's a bit too weird. And she wants to go to a private room. I mean, obviously she wants to fuck me, obviously, but you know, it's just us alone, we can fuck, and like, it's gonna be completely degenerate, it's gonna be completely weird. So we get up, we start walking up to the top. We walk past one empty room, we walk past another empty room. I go in, she goes, no, 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 gets my hand and carries on walking me up another flight of stairs. Okay. She's in front of me, hold my hand. I walk up to the other flight of stairs and she opens this room and we walk in and there's 8 dudes naked, all standing around the bed. And she gets on the bed. And I was like, so you just tried to get a 9th guy. So here I was, she fooled me. She made me think there was some slither of normality in this bitch. It turns out she'd been scooping select guys one by one with her fucking eyes and putting them all in this room and making them wait till she got, I don't know, 10, again, maybe it's a magic number. I was guy number 9. And then we're all gonna fuck her? I guess that's what she wanted? So when I walked in, I saw these other dudes, I was like, nah, I'm leaving, bye. I turned around and left, and I heard them all singing French. I can guess what they were saying. Why come here if you don't like to do this? And probably complaining. I didn't want to jump in like a fucking French weirdo. So when I came back down, James had now vanished, because he was pissed off now. I walked off with the hot girl, everyone's having sex but him, and he vanished. So I'm back down by the pool by myself now. And a rumor's starting to spread. Why am I there if I'm not fucking? I'm like, I could be a journalist, or I could be recording. So now a rumor's starting to spread amongst people, because people are looking at me weird. And me walking out of that